Okay, everybody, we have 3 books here. The first book, actually the first 2 books are what are called the consistory minutes of the East Millstone Reformed Church. These 2 guys right here. This first one here is from 1855 to 1961, and the second one here is the remainder of the time. Essentially what these 2 books are the daily, weekly, monthly happenings of the church, ranging anywhere from what was paid for whatever to just the daily happenings of the church. For some reason this book here starts off at 1862. I don't know why. It should be 1855, and there is just too much here for me to scan. These books are open to the public. Anybody can come down here and take a look at them. But I'm just going to do a quick video here and just kind of show you what the deal is here. I guess at these meetings the pastor of the church, the reverend of the church, plus the elders and the deacons were present, and they would discuss whatever the news was and whatever money needed to be paid or whatever what have you. Some of them are typed, some of them are handwritten. You can see all the different hands that have written these things over the years. It's amazing the history in these books. Like I said, this is the oldest one. Check out the handwriting on these things. And this second book here is a little bit more easier to read. It's typed. And this one, there you go, minutes, Franklin Street. And this one starts off at January 17th, 1962, and goes all the way to the end of the church, the disbanding of the church. Let's see if I can find it here. And January 26th, 1975. And I was reading here. Can read here, he said that the consistory was recommending sale of the property to the Calvary Baptist Church of Somerset, and that the consistory had dealt with the question of helping out the Baptists and sharing in the assets and giving the classic representative list of the beneficiaries. So essentially what you have here is the church being sold to us, Calvary Baptist. And it's kind of sad to read this because, the church has been around since the 1850s, and here it is finally dwindling to what appear to be about 20 members towards the end. And this is essentially the what happens when a church dies. And this is the last minutes for that church. And again, this stuff is all public. You can come down here and read it for yourself. This third book here is the East Millstone Reformed Church Records. Essentially what this is a list of members, marriages, and baptisms. Everyone that's taken place here since the inception of the place. And here it is, the very first page is 1855, October 9, 1855, and it starts with number 1. And it goes all the way to around 1973 with around 1,066. I don't know how complete this is. There may be more. There may be members missing here. I don't really know. But it looks pretty complete. They were pretty precise with keeping the records. And in this section here are all the baptisms. See there, baptisms of adults and children. These are all the baptism records. And towards the back here you have the record of marriages, along with their ages, how old they were, where they lived, who were the witnesses, names, dates, etc. And the other neat thing about the church roll, the member roll, are that it says who they were, when they became a member, how, whatever that means, when they were dismissed, where they moved to, and if they were suspended or they died, and additional remarks. So I'm not going to scan this stuff. There's just too much for me to scan. So if you guys want to come down here to the New Brunswick Theological Seminary RCA Archives, the RCA is the Reformed Church of America, their archives, you can come down here and take a look.